Hi, hello, it's Chitty. And today, I wanted to try something new. I wanted to see if I can repurpose items that we already have in our houses and create something out of it. So the series will be called Turning Trash into Treasure. Now the first piece of trash that we're working with are hangers. Now these are a couple of years old, probably over a decade old, and they've just been sitting in my house. And I was like, how can I reuse this? And I think I may have come up with something. So, let's go. Now, this star is super gorgeous. And let me tell you, I know it looks good right here, but when it's not even lit up, like if you take out the fairy lights, this thing looks good, just golden. But either way, bam, is so nice. Let me show you what you'll need to make it. For supplies, you're not gonna need too much. You will need hangers. I'm not sure how many yet because honestly we're figuring this out together. You're gonna need zip ties. These are from Dollar Tree. A pair of scissors and some battery powered fairy lights. Ooh, and one more thing. You're gonna need spray paint. Now the one I'm gonna be using is Rust-Oleum, and yeah, that's about it. In step 1, you're gonna zip tie 2 individual hangers. Now this shape looks a little bit complex, but I promise you it's not. You just need to zip tie 2 places on the hangers. So one on the corner where the 2 hangers intersect, and near the middle where they intersect again. Now to specifically get this shape, it's not hard at all. It looks confusing, but I promise you it's not. So when you take your hangers, you want your hooks to actually face one another. And then when you push them together, you want the curves or the corners to be overlapping one another and kind of make a V shape with the 2 hangers. Now after you have created this V shape, you're gonna do this 7 more times. And this is only for one side of the star. And I'm only gonna show you how to do one side right here. However, altogether, you're gonna need 14 pairs. So 7 on one side of the star and then 7 on the other side. In step 2, we're connecting our pairs of hangers. In this clip, I'm putting a zip tie in between the 2 pairs to connect them. However, later on, I actually go ahead and I push that zip tie up in one corner. And then I will also put another zip tie on the other corner, so it's really secure. And for one side, you're going to do this to every pair until the entire circle is connected. Right here, most of my hangers are connected to one another. However, there are 2, saying like the starting edge of the star versus the ending point, that aren't connected. And if you can see, my star is still flat. But to get that 3D shape, this is what's important right here. You're going to add your zip ties just like how you would your others. However, make sure your zip tie is super duper tight because we want that resistance. It's what's going to create that concave shape because a lot of the hangers are clashing against one another, trying to fight one another, you know, but these will stay and it's gonna look so pretty. We're gonna have that 3D effect. In step 3, we're cutting off the ends off of our zip ties. In step 4, we're gonna practice being a graffiti artist. Yeah, so grab your spray paint, your gold spray paint, and then you're going to want to just spray paint the entire side. Make sure it gets dry. After that, flip it over and spray paint that side too. Step 5, we're going to connect both sides of the star. Now grab your zip ties and attach them to each corner of your star to put everything together. So like how we said in our glass box video, she don't move. And once you know that your star is connected, it's not going anywhere, go ahead and add another layer of spray paint to cover up the zip ties after you have cut off the ends again. In step 6, we're putting on our fairy lights. Ooh, look how pretty it is. Oh my gosh. It looks so much better on video. I'm just kidding. It looks good. Oh, wow. I've outdone myself. Now for the fairy lights, there isn't really a method to this. Honestly, you're gonna want to arrange it how you like it, but let me tell you what I did. Now I just wanted to reuse the supplies I already had on hand. So my fairy lights are very short, or on the shorter end. They're about 7 feet long. They don't cover the entire star, so I used about 7 smaller fairy lights and wrapped them around my star. Now another thing is that when I started, my fairy lights are wire. When I started, I took the end that didn't have a battery pack connected to it, and I would wrap it around the hanger because it's wire, so it's gonna stay in place. And then I would just kind of weave my wire through the hangers and wrap it around different parts, so I knew that, okay, this section's gonna be lit up. But one thing is that because I knew it was short, I had to make sure that where it ended, the battery pack would be at the back of the star, and I would tape it back there. Another tip that I have is that while you're putting your fairy lights on here, make sure that they're on so that you can see like, hey, okay, this area needs more light, because that's what I did, and there was a big difference from when I didn't have the lights on, and I was like, oh, I missed a spot. But yes, I would advise you to get like one long fairy light, because I was like, yo, like there are so many switches that I need to turn so that this thing lights up. Honestly, sometimes I forget, like, is this one on? And then you kind of just like, you're just going around and be like, yo, I got it. Wait, no, is this one? So yeah, just get yourself one long fairy light. I think it's just less of a hassle. Now, step 7 is optional. I didn't really show it on here just because I didn't really have space to show it, but I just took a piece of ribbon and tied it into 2 of the corners of the star so that I would be able to hang it if I wanted to. But after that, you're done. And this DIY wasn't super fast. It wasn't super hard or super long. It took a decent amount of time. It was fun while doing it, and it wasn't too stressful. And so honestly, if I'd rate this at like an 8 out of 10. It was pretty fun. And this looks really good too. So. Well, I hope you liked this video. And if you did, maybe check out another one of mine, like my hot chocolate video or my glass box video. And maybe subscribe. Well, I'll see you next time. Bye.